Hello my darlings, welcome to a new video. So we are here in beautiful KEFALONIA for the next 4 days. We've been here 2 days already. We're staying at the Milky Hotel and we actually stayed, we've been to KEFALONIA. I've been here 3 times before, Charlie's been here 2 times before, and we usually stay in some villas just 10-minute walk from here, but we always love this hotel so much when we come and spend the day here, so we thought we would stay here properly.
Hello darling.
So we're here for the next 4 days. We've been here for 2 days already. It is early June, so the temperatures are a little bit up and down, but as you can see, today is glorious. We already started off the day with a workout. I will insert some footage from our workout now. What was the name of the app that you used, Chuck? Because that was really helpful.
I think it's just called Tabata. Because what we do is, Tabata is the word. Hello!
Explain.
Tabata is, I'm trying to think what it stands for, but it's like, it's the word where you do like 40 seconds and then 20-second rest, 40 seconds, 20-second rest.
Yeah.
So the app, you can just design your own workout timer. So it's actually better if you use it on your own, because it's in my headphones, so after 40 seconds it starts to tick down and let you know when you need to start going again.
So we were basically trying to recreate one of our Milo in the Bull classes. We did some rowing for 8 minutes, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. That was tough. And then Charlie designed like a HIIT circuit. So what did we do?
So we did 8 minutes on the floor. So we try and do 4 exercises, one of which is more ab focused and body weight, one of which is more leg focused, and maybe a couple of upper body ones. So we did, what did we do? We did
jump squats,
goblet
squats,
leg raise, which is obviously more ab focused, and then we did, what did we do?
I don't know. Yes. I'll leave it linked down below.
It was tough. I burnt nearly 900 calories and we were working out for 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
So it's perfect for holiday.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The gym here is really good, so it's quite fortunate we were able to get a good workout in, especially with the rowing machines. I'm gonna turn this vlog into kind of like a bit of a tips video as to how you can be a little bit more like healthy and eco-conscious when you're on holiday, because Charlie actually bought me a book to read while we're here, and it was called something like How to Be Zero Waste, or do you remember the name of it? My Zero Waste Lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, I'll show it to you later, but it's given me so many ideas. We're already being quite good. We've got our reusable water bottles, our reusable coffee cups, things like that. And also, most importantly, the sun cream that we're using is the one which we learnt about when we were in France with Cordially, and it's their new sun care range, which basically has ingredients in it which are obviously really good for your skin. I have not even got the slightest bit of redness or burn, protecting your skin. I've got factor 50 on my face and 30 from the milk on my body, and we actually put this to the test for the first time when we went to the Maldives in March, because what's so incredible about this range is that it doesn't have the ingredients in it which can kill coral. Ooh, little wasp. So it's ocean safe, and I actually filmed a clip in the Maldives explaining a little bit more about this, why it's so good for your skin and good for the oceans as well. So while Charlie and I take some snaps, I'm going to insert that clip for you now. Hi darlings, and welcome to our gorgeous beach villa here on Koko Boduhitu here in the Maldives. We have had a very tough day so far. We've been snorkeling, we went to the spa and I had a nice turmeric body scrub which was delightful, but I thought I'd come in and have a chat with you about some Maldives, about why I have such an obsession with coming here. I think this is maybe my 15th time, if not more than that, coming to the Maldives, and I've been very lucky enough to go to around maybe 8 or 9 different islands. I have a bit of a problem. I am in love with this place, and so I want it to remain beautiful and not get spoilt for our children and our children's children. So I thought I would come here and let you know about something that I have been testing while I have been on this trip. So the first time I ever went to the Maldives, I think was around 2005. Sorry about the light, the sun is coming in and out of the clouds. I think the first time I came to the Maldives was around 2005, and I will never forget stepping out of the airport in Male, the capital, and seeing the bright turquoise water. I turned to my mum and I said to her, "Is that real?" I couldn't believe that this bright, vivid turquoise water was real. I thought it was like a swimming pool or something, but it was truly magical. And then arriving on an island, you arrive by seaplane. Even now, the sound of the seaplane gives me goosebumps on my body. And when we were walking down the jetty, you could look into the water, and the water is crystal clear, so you can see all the coral and all the fish on the seafloor. Walking down back on that very first holiday, I remember looking into the water and seeing so many different colours of coral. There were pinks, blues, purples. It was literally like something out of a cartoon, and yeah, I will never forget that. Of course, Charlie and I actually met in the Maldives as well back in 2012 on a beautiful island called Funafushi, and then we got engaged on that very same island in 2017 as well. So the Maldives, it's fair to say, is somewhere very, very special to me. So moving forward to this trip that we're on now, and the snorkeling trip that I went on this morning, I actually came out of the water, and luckily I was able to hide it, but I was actually crying coming out of the water because I'll put some clips on the screen now, but the coral was so damaged and so bleached, and it was so different to how I remember it. And the change, not just since 2005, but I would say the last time I probably went on a snorkeling trip that wasn't on a house reef. So the house reef is the reef just around your island, and then you can go on snorkeling trips to bigger reefs further out, was probably about 2013 or 2014. And the difference, if I can find a picture, I'll pop one up on the screen now. The difference in the colour and the life of the coral from then to now was truly, truly shocking. Now I was just seeing broken bits of coral. It had been damaged, the locals were saying, from storms such as El Nido a few years ago. But the worst thing is the bleaching, and you can see the coral is just this kind of grey, sad colour, is in part caused by us tourists. Obviously tourists are flocking to the Maldives more than ever now. It's a place of incredible beauty, both above the water and below it. But there is actually something that we're doing that is in part to blame for this bleaching, and it is in our sun cream. Obviously we want to wear sun cream to protect our skin, we don't want to get burnt, we don't want premature signs of aging, but there are two ingredients in our sun cream that actually causes this bleaching and ultimately the death of pieces of coral. I actually only found that out a couple of months ago, and it makes me feel sick to my stomach to think that it's us tourists that are destroying such a beautiful habitat. But before I get emotional, let me tell you about something that I have been trialing while I've been here in the Maldives, and that is formulated without those two awful ingredients that are killing the coral reefs. So this is a new sun care range, and it's from Caudalie, a brand that I have known and loved and used for many years. This is their new sun protection range, and it's formulated without oxybenzone and without octinoxate, which are the two ingredients that cause this bleaching and death of the corals. In the range, we've got the beautifying sun care oil. This is SPF 30, so high protection, hydrating, luminous tan, water resistant for the body. And then my two personal favourites, I just prefer a more creamy formula. The Milky Sun Spray, again SPF 30, and the Anti-Wrinkle Face Care, which is SPF 50. Caudalie have been the pioneer when it comes to creating a formula of sun cream that's not just amazing for our skin, as you can imagine from Caudalie. It's got their lovely soothing grape water in there. It's got all the goodness that we know from Caudalie products, so soothing and nourishing for the skin. Sun protection, of course, it's got UVA and UVB protection, but it has got, you can see this little sticker on there, the Ocean Protect formula. So it's formulated without oxybenzone and octinoxate, which are the two ingredients bleaching the coral. So judging from the snorkeling trips you saw earlier, you might be thinking it is too late to save the coral reefs, but that is not the case. Coral that is bleached is not necessarily dead yet. Some of it that is damaged from storms or that has been bleached for too long, sadly, may be dead. But a lot of it, it's more that it's kind of infected with a virus. Just a tiny drop of the chemicals that Caudalie have removed from their formula is enough to cause this virus on coral in a space of the ocean the size of an Olympic swimming pool. So it's hugely, hugely problematic for the coral reefs. But the bleached coral that you've seen is not necessarily dead. It's just dying. I've been doing a lot of research about these ingredients, and I've seen that some Maldivian islands have actually banned sun cream with these ingredients in, so you would of course be able to use the cordially range. I think Hawaii are taking steps to ban it as well. To be honest, I really hope the entire of the Maldives bans SPF with these ingredients in, because it's just not worth the damage to the coral reefs. And now that there's such an amazing product that protects the skin and protects the reefs, I don't see why you would wear anything else. So as well as wearing a sun cream which is formulated without the harmful ingredients, there are other things that we can do to help the coral reefs as well. Back on the trip where Charlie and I got engaged in Funafushi a couple of years ago, we spoke to a couple of marine biologists there, and we worked with them to collect bits of broken coral. So it wasn't actually dead, although it looked like it, but it was in fact still alive. It was emitting a kind of goop when we picked it up, and we were attaching that to a metal frame, popping it back in the sea. And over the months since we put it back in the sea, the marine biologists have been sending us pictures of how the coral has been growing and coming back to life. So if more of us take steps like that, as well as using the right protection on our bodies, then hopefully we can save this beautiful, beautiful place. So when you're picking out your sun care for your upcoming summer holiday, and especially if you're going somewhere with a coral reef, then I urge you to check out the ingredients list. And if you want a range that has been tried and tested by yours truly, I've been wearing this and only this throughout the entire of our trip here in the Maldives, and my skin, I think, is nice and tanned, luminous, thanks to all the ingredients in here, protected from the sun, and I've not done any damage to the beautiful coral reefs here. So check this out. It is out now. I've been keeping this a secret for such a long time. And without further ado, I'm gonna go and enjoy another nice walk along the beach, see where Charlie is, and I'll catch up with you guys, well, in a few months' time by the time you're watching this. See you later. How was your workout, Char?
Sweaty. It's great though that we're able to like practically replicate Milo and the Ball in KEFALONIA.
Yeah.
Maybe we should open the first Milo and the Ball in KEFALONIA.
Watch out, George.
Yeah. Well, no, we'll franchise it.
For the record. Get this one thing clear.
Okay, back in KEFALONIA, we have taken a taxi from our hotel, which is near Fiscado, to another little town called Assos, and it was, yeah, 20-25 minutes on a very windy road, but so
Crazy
beautiful.
driver.
Yeah, he was a mad driver.
The guys that drive out here are nuts. They're like Lewis Hamilton. Honestly, I'm surprised Greece doesn't have any Formula 1 drivers.
They've got enough practice. And the town itself is absolutely beautiful. We're going to head back there in a second, but we got very distracted by a little walkway, and we have followed a very rural, overgrown pathway, but it was worth it. We found this little lookout point, and let me show you the view.
For the record.
Wednesday and we are out in the middle of the ocean on the Fortuna boat, which is Emily's boat. It is the perfect way of exploring all the little coves which you can't even get to by car, and we've just sailed over to Ithaca, which is only like a 10-minute boat ride away, but I thought I would use this spectacular location to go through a few more of my eco tips. Obviously when you're in a place as beautiful as this, you want to make sure you are looking after your environment. So I have got my Factor 30 on. I might even top up with some Factor 50 later. I've got the Factor 50 on my face. A really obvious tip is of course to have your reusable water bottle with you. It just means that you're not having to go through loads of plastic water bottles, but also I find it tastes so much nicer in this than having warm plastic water. So we fill this up in the hotel each morning before coming out, and these ones I think are from Chili's, help to keep the water cool as well, which is much nicer than warm water in a plastic bottle. How's your dip?
Yeah, beautiful.
Other things which are really useful to have in your beach bag include a little reusable bag. This is my one which I got from a petrol station, I think, in the UK. It's just an Emma Bridgewater tote bag. Whether you are going to a local market, picking up some breakfast, it's a really handy thing to have in your beach bag. And whenever we go on holiday, I always take my reusable cotton pads with me. I'll leave a link to these down below. I just got them on Amazon, but basically I just try to avoid as many throwaway things as possible. So having these with me just means that I'm not going to be throwing away cotton pads every time I take off my makeup. In a very nice setting. This is Ithaca. We came to this exact place last year and we thought it was so nice we'd come back again. Good evening, we are back on dry land now and we spent the remainder of the afternoon snoozing on the boat. Did you have a nap, darling?
I didn't have a nap, I was just enjoying the crazy crystal clear blue water of the Ionian Sea. It was amazing. The weather was amazing, wasn't it?
It was very windy on the way back though. I actually had to go and sit inside the boat because it was so blusterous. But we are now walking the very strange route. It's a little bit rough and ragged down to the town of Fiscado, which I don't think I have vlogged yet. You have to basically go around the hotel tennis court and then through a hidden pathway. So let's go. So you come out from behind, it's not that one, don't think so. So you come out from the hotel tennis courts onto this little country track, and then you have to keep an eye out in the bushes for the secret pathway. I think it's this one here.
Yeah, it is, it's left here now.
And you make your way through the bushes into the town. So we are going to a restaurant this evening called Ellie's, which we've heard various families mentioning that it's very good Greek food. We've been spreading a lot of our own recommendations this trip and listening to a few from other people as well. We've been recommending people to go to an ice cream place called Kayak if you're ever in Fiscado. Where else, darling?
Panorama.
Panorama.
Which has got panoramic views. And then the favourite place is Passio, where we ate last night for fish.
Yes.
Unreal.
So good. And I've just been demolishing a little packet of Haribo en route. I will show you.
Make sure you get, if you ever come to Greece in general, the deep fried feta cheese or Kefalonian cheese with honey and sesame.
Yes.
Next level, right?
It is the best. We're torn because we half want to recommend Fiscado because it's so lovely, but we half don't want to recommend it because it's so peaceful and kind of unspoilt at the moment that it's kind of our own little,
so basically,
our little secret.
Don't tell anyone. Just come, but don't tell anyone.
Don't spread the word. So I'll show you my outfit of the evening once we get down into town. If Charles doesn't mind filming, then it's dinner time. So this here is the beautiful little town slash bay of Fiscado, which is a beautiful place. We've been coming for 3 years now. We came the last 2 Septembers, don't know if you guys remember any of that. So we're having dinner in this restaurant here tonight, which we've not tried before, but there's so many lovely little tavernas along here, which we've discovered over the years. Beautiful clear evening. That over there is Ithaca from Greek mythology, if any of you remember that. But don't know about you, I'm getting hungry for some tzatziki and some fried cheese. So my outfit of the evening, I've got my little Zimmermann dupe dress on, which is my favourite from all my little dupes. My sandals, also dupes. These are the Hermes Dune dupes. And then the little bag, which Charlie is giving mixed reviews.
Mixed reviews, yeah.
From a little handmade market. Little market, handmade bag, which we got in Assos the other day. I think you guys will have seen that. Still a bit rough around the edges, but fits all my bits and bobs in. Come out with my hair wet because nobody bothered to dry it. What are you gonna have for dinner, Di?
I don't know, fancy moussaka or something like that. I'd love it, I could nail a lasagna, to be fair.
Very Greek.
Yeah, no, moussaka's Greek. Right, let's do it.